All right, here's the 2-year update of my 2018 Nissan 370Z Sport. I have had this car for almost exactly 2 years. I bought it in June 15th of 2024. It is now June 20th of 2026. It's got 71,000 miles on it, or sorry, 73,000 miles on it, and I bought it with 61. So I'm doing about 6,000 miles a year. Let's just start on the inside. Just a couple of things that I've done to the car, and then a couple of plans possibly for the future. So I did get the wireless charging mount that I talked about in my 1-year video. It was finally in stock. So it's a very fast charging charger, which is nice. This is all by ProClip, the mount and the charger and everything. And the 370Z is nice because you can run the wire down here, all through here, and then there's no power to that outlet unless the car is on. So that's nice. You don't have to worry about draining the battery. You can just plug it in and leave it. And the other thing I did was the steering wheel. I got this off eBay. It fits really well. All leather, perforated leather here. It's not super exaggerated. The design isn't over the top. And then you got the the leather center stripe, or the red center stripe up there. This is nice. What's nice about this one actually is that it had the centering line in the frame, like the factory one did. So I think they use a factory or like a Nissan frame to build this off of. So it had the centering line, but the splines didn't line up perfectly. So it was either the wheel had, when I put it in, either it was gonna be a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right. The center line there was just a little off one way or the other. So I put it on, it was actually a little closer to center on the left. So I just put it on like that, and then just went and got an alignment and told them I wanted the wheel straightened out. And so now the wheel is perfectly straight. So I'm happy with that. Everything else is same as it was, stock seats. These cloth seats are in really good shape still, and they hold you in really good. I do like the Nismo seats. If I get a hold of those someday, that'd be nice, but those are like $3,000, $3,500, and I don't know. I'm not sure it's worth that. In the back, I got a little Nissan accessory here. I got this little cubby thing. This is actually from Nissan. Some guy was selling this on Reddit, so I scooped this up for 40 bucks. But it's got the 370Z stitched in the side there. It's got hard plastic bottoms on it. These dividers here and here can come out, so you could put like a gallon of milk or something in there. It's just nice. You can put small items in there, and then especially in the summer with the windows down, you don't have to worry about things blowing around the back of the trunk. So still got to slam that trunk because of those Z1 springs, but I do like the Z1 springs, the poppers for the rear. All right, let's just start at the back here, I guess. I do have a Z1 diff brace. I put that on this spring. I noticed a little bit of a difference maybe. Mostly I did it to try to support the rear diff bushing. My diff bushing is in good shape, but just to try to take some of the strain off of that, so hopefully that diff bushing will stay in good shape for a long time. And then I did do the forced brake light here. I got the all black, so that comes on with the tail lights, the brake light, and then the center is a reverse light. We'll talk about the wheels here in a second, but these are my Alibaba wheels. I'll talk about those and what's going on in the future with those. I did get this lip off of eBay as well. It's a little bit different than most of the eBay lips you see. I think this is kind of a newer one they just started making. I think they just copied the Maxton Design lip, if I'm being honest. But this one is 80 bucks as opposed to Maxton Designs being like, I think 400 or something like that after shipping. So this does come in 3 pieces. So you can see the little gap there. But it fits great. I mean, it fits perfect all the way around. It's nice on the side. Kind of squares off the front. Let me back up so you can really get a better idea of how it, so it really squares up the front end, makes the front lip look a little bit lower. So without the lip, the 370Z, like, it's higher in the front and then slopes down as it goes towards the wheel. So it kind of made the front end look kind of almost pointy, which is fine, but I really like having the lip to where it kind of comes down and just squares that off. Just makes it look a little more aggressive, a little bit lower. But all the factory aero on this car, like the facelift Zs, I think all of them have it, but it has that, see where all the bugs are, the matte black there. That is like the factory aero front of the car. And you don't have to take any of that off. This lip goes around all that, and then the little flaps that are in front of the rear tires, you don't have to take those off either. If I can get you, yeah, that little flap right there. You don't have to take that off either. This lip goes around all that, so you can just, mine's just bolted on. I just used some self-tappers. It's on there real sturdy. I just mocked it up and kind of held it in place with a, you know, masking tape, and then bolted it in. You can't see it, but there's also a Hotchkiss front sway bar, and I am really happy with that. This car corners like crazy. I mean, it just corners so hard. Tires don't squeal. It just, I mean, it just grips and goes. The tires on this are Michelin Pilot Super Sport, so they're pretty grippy. The other thing that you can't see, and it doesn't really matter to show you, is there is a, I did buy the Z1 red oil filler cap. So just to add a little bit of color underneath the engine. If anyone's interested in the Hotchkiss sway bar, look at Concept Z Performance. I got it from there. I want to say it was like 80 bucks cheaper after shipping and everything. I think they do free shipping on Concept Z Performance, and Z1, the sway bar is more expensive, and then the shipping on top of that was even more. So I think that is it for what I've done in the year 2. So these wheels, if you saw my my unboxing of these wheels, and when I first got them, I asked for a gold. I wanted a nice metallic gold, and they came out with a weird red tint to them when they actually, in person, in the camera, when I did that video, they look gold in the video, which if they look like that, I'd be happy, but they had a weird red tint to them in person that looked like a weird copper color. And I didn't care for that, so I went to and got these professionally powder coated black, obviously. So they turned out good. I mean, they do look nice. The rears are very concave. Here's the concavity here. There's the fronts. They do poke a little bit. These are 19 by 9 plus 16 on the front with a 265/40 tire. And if you go to the back, these are a 19 by 10 plus 5. So these are, that's almost perfect. And these are very concave. So I'm happy with these wheels as far as how they perform. They're light, they're like 22 pounds a piece, which is awesome. Just the color wasn't right, and so I am already getting new wheels. I actually just received the pictures from the manufacturer a few days ago, and the new wheels are coming. So they're going to be a different color, a different size, and different widths as well. So I am actually going to be doing a square setup on this car, and I'm going for 20-inch wheels. These are 19s, and I do like a little bit of an oversized tire, but these tires are almost a little too fat. Like if you look at these fronts, just a little too fat, so I could actually put a 20 on here and still have a decent amount of tire. So I'm going to be doing 20 by 10 squared. The fronts are going to be 20 by 10 plus 33, and the rears are going to be 20 by 10 plus 5, because the 10 plus 5 is perfect. That's what these are. And I'll be doing a 275 35 20 for a tire on all 4 corners. So this thing, it handles great now, but I mean, having even a wider wheel and a slightly wider tire in the front, it's going to handle really good. The rears are going to be a little narrower. I have a 305 on here now. I bought these 305s when I had 11s, 11-inch wide wheels with the ESRs, my very first set of aftermarket wheels. And so the 305 on a 10, it's good, but it's a little big. So 275 35 20s all the way around is going to look really nice. It's going to handle great. And these are, my new wheels are forged as well, and they are Alibaba again. I'm actually really happy and pleased with these Alibaba wheels. I did go with a different manufacturer, because the manufacturer that I got these from didn't actually make the style of wheel that I wanted. So went with a different manufacturer. The color I got, satin neodyme. I've always loved like a light bronze, kind of a goldy color. And when I found out that satin neodyme is essentially a mixture of light bronze and gold, I was excited. I was like, that's perfect. That's exactly what I want. So that's what the wheels are going to be. They're going to be satin neodyme 20-inch wheels. Those should be here in about a month. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, or if you want to see what those look like, go ahead and follow my YouTube channel, and you can check out that video once it comes out. It'll probably be about a month if I had to guess, kind of planning out my money wise between when I get the wheels and I get the tires, because they actually got the wheels done ahead of schedule, so which is a good thing, but I'm not going to have all the money for the tires by the time they get here. But yeah, so probably about a month the wheels will get here. Another month after that, I'll have the tires on them and then get them mounted on the car. And then these wheels will actually be for sale. I'm selling the wheels, the tires, and the TPMS sensors. So, I mean, if you're in the southern Wisconsin area, you want to buy them, hit me up. Otherwise, I'll probably just post them on Facebook and sell them that way. All right, well, I think that's it as far as what I've done to the car and my plans for the car. I've had no issues with the car. The regular oil changes, regular, I did all the fluids and stuff when I first bought the car. Haven't had really any issues with the car at all. The only thing that I think might be on its way out, my driver's side window regulator, when I do the auto down on the driver's side window, when it hits the bottom, just like after a second or two after the window stops, it makes a very loud clunking noise. I think my window regulator or something in the driver's side window is starting to act up. But my ceramic coating that I did last year has held up great. It still beads like crazy. I mean, super shiny. I mean, as you can see, this thing polished up real nice and it still looks good. So I don't drive it a lot in the winter. I drive it occasionally if the roads are dry and clear. I do have winter tires on the stock wheels that I put on this car. But I drive it if it's, cold and the roads are clear and dry, I'll drive it. But if it's actually actively snowing, my wife has a front wheel drive car, an Acura, that we take out in the snow. So, all right, guys, I'll catch you later. Have a good one.